Hey guys, Jared here again, aka the Laughing Man, and I just got a package in the mail. I wanted to get this video done as quickly as possible. So as far as I know right now, I am the only person in America that has received this. I reached out to a company, which is probably in the title. So it's LeoVince or LeoVince, however you want to pronounce it. So I've reached out to them for an exhaust that I really like, but they didn't actually have one for sale in America for my motorcycle, which is the 2024 Yamaha MT-10, or the second generation of the MT-10 here in America. So I really liked the SC Projects exhausts, and the SC Projects exhausts are just so expensive. I couldn't justify spending $1,000 on just the muffler tip or just a slip-on. So reaching out to LeoVince or LeoVince, they have their SC Projects Corsa and full titanium that they were nice enough to ship out to me for free, just to do the review, so unboxing and review of it, and then I'm going to install it on my motorcycle. So with that being said, because I am in Southern California and I'm not actively trying to get ticketed, I don't know if I'm going to use the full exhaust or if I'm just going to go with the stock cat with the open valve and the LeoVince tip, Corsa tip. But we're going to try it in a couple different configurations. So that being said, let's go ahead and crack into these boxes. So I haven't really opened them up yet. I did check the tip to make sure that it was the correct one, but if you look here, if you go to their website right now, they don't have this on their site. So this is a Yamaha MT or FZ10 SP, and this is the LV Corsa titanium exhaust. So I'm extremely ecstatic to try to get this out. Okay. There we go. Ride, dominate, and roar. So there's a lot of padding here. Well, that is the titanium tip. Set that to the side for right now. I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, there is more stuff. Thank you, God. So I only got to the part where I got to actually look at the exhaust tip to make sure that it was the one that they said that they're sending me. I didn't want to do a video and be surprised with one of the ones that was already in stock. So I got some beautiful stickers. So LeoVince, again, it's an Italian brand. So I was torn between, like I said, the SC Projects and this one. But the SC Projects, again, is another Italian brand, but it seems to be expensive just for the sake of being expensive. All right. That's what I didn't see before. Okay, so we've got the product card. Oh, thank God. So this is what I didn't have, which is a spring puller so that you can actually install it easier. That's what I was fretting. I'm not sure why all the kids are playing basketball right out in front of my garage. All right, so we got some really nice looking springs with these little rubber boots on them. All right. So if it's one thing that I have noticed with this one compared to some of their other exhausts and other exhausts out there for the MT-10, if you notice, there's no hanger on this. So normally you'll have like a little hanging tab that goes into the bracket. This doesn't have that. So, and without there being any others out there to reference, I'm going to hope that I've got some good instructions, but it looks like this might just be held in just by the springs. So we will see though. All right, this box I have not opened at all. See if I can do this around the camera. Not sure how much of this I'm getting in shot here. We'll use the FZ07 to hold all this extra stuff. All right, and here is the mid pipe. So I don't know if this is a solid titanium mid pipe. I don't think it is. I'd have to double check. So I'm pretty sure it's just the tips, that's the titanium piece. All right, so here is the mid pipe. Looks like it is very well done. Pretty decent welds. We got the bungs for the O2 sensors in there. And this wee guy is just gonna go in like so. All right, so that is the exhaust. So I'm gonna go ahead and I don't know if I'm gonna do the full exhaust today, but at the very least I wanna get the Corsa tip on there just because I really like how it looks. But I'm really hoping this, like, I know it's gonna be loud. It's just like the exhaust on my Buell. It's gonna be loud. I just hope it's not too loud. But that's a problem for later. So let's go ahead and start taking off the other exhaust. Alright guys, so I've decided that for today, because I don't want to rip the whole exhaust off and deal with everything right this second, I'm going to just do the slip-on. So with this slip-on, it comes with these two brackets, these two springs, a put that on there, a little flange, you know, to hold it all in place, and then these two nuts. I'm not sure where those go yet, but I did, oh, and the tool, of course, to pull the springs. So I did do a little bit of research. So the instruction manual is all in Italian and other languages, but with a little bit of translation, if you're doing just the stock exhaust, so your stock cat and everything, into the slip-on, you're going to need, if you have a 2022 and newer, which is mine, it's going to be the long spring and the long bracket. If it's going to be the first gen MT-10, it will be the small bracket and the small spring. Not sure what these are for. My guess is going to be that this is going to be to hold on the bracket onto the stock point. So to do this, we're going to need to take off the heat shield. So I'm going to go ahead and knock that off. And then, of course, my trusty little icon toolkit. So far, everything on this bike has pretty much been, you know, taken off and put on with this, with the exception of the axle nuts. So, but let's go ahead and head on over to the bike real quick, and we will go ahead and take that off, and the heat shield off, and then we will figure out where the rest of this goes and get that stock exhaust off there. All right, and just for the heck of it, we're gonna go ahead and start it up. This is a cold start, so everything is ice cold on here. So we'll just go ahead and do a cold start with the stock exhaust. All right, so now let's go ahead and take all this apart real quick. All right, so I've not looked at taking off this exhaust too terribly closely yet. It looks like it's just going to be 2 screws holding on the heat shield. Maybe another one underneath. So we'll go ahead and get the heat shield off. All right, and these are going to be 4 millimeters here, and this up here is going to be 5 millimeters. So 5 millimeter there, 4 millimeter there. All right, like I said, I'm pretty sure there's at least one more under. Oh, yep. Just one more here. I think I will either, yeah, I think I'll probably end up getting like a carbon fiber version of this just to make it look better. But the stock aluminum looks okay for now. Maybe I'll put some wrap on it or something to make it different. All right. All right, and just because I have to make things difficult, this is going to be, I think, 4.5? No, that's 5. What's this one? Oh, I take that back. Okay, so this is going to be a 6 up here. This is a 5. The heat shields are 4s. This is like a little V-band kind of clamp. So we will not use this one. All right, and that is the stock exhaust off. So because I don't like to make my vehicles so that I can't reuse stock stuff, I'll keep the parts and stuff in a good condition. Okay, so now this is where you would normally decide if you're going to disconnect the servo motor. So there's a electronic servo up here. Yeah, sorry. So there's an electronic servo up here somewhere. You can kind of just follow the cables that go around right here, go up, and then they just kind of go into a little electric box. That's what opens and closes this valve right here. So a lot of people, what they will do is they will go ahead and disconnect this. So you always want to leave that servo plugged in unless you buy like a servo buddy or something. But if you disconnect the servo, you'll start getting check engine lights and stuff on your bike. So you leave that plugged in and it'll keep doing its thing, but you disconnect all the wires so it doesn't know that it's not opening and closing, because a lot of times there's no longer a valve here. So, but you can wire this valve just wide open. You just tie it open, take the spring off of it, tie it open with some wire. But for right now, I'm going to leave that on there and working. When I go to do this full exhaust, that's when I'll take it off. But yeah, so let's go grab the SC Projects exhaust real quick. And actually, first let's go ahead and take these off. So we'll get rid of this bracket here. Then I think the other bracket goes here. I'll double check the picture. Alright guys, so these two nuts here go for the bracket that I took off of here already. So the bracket was held on by these two screws. So to keep the stock screws in place so you don't lose them, just put those on. So it's really cool that they added those. They didn't have to, but it just makes our thing kind of look clean. So now we're going to take this bracket here, and this bracket is going to bolt on there, just underneath the stock heat shield. So you put the stock heat shield back on, and you put the screws in. Then from there, the SC Project tip, and then the long spring. So let's go ahead and get that done real quick. Okay, so yeah, you're gonna want to take off this little gasket ring and this little sealing ring. Take those off as well. Then this is going to go on this bottom one, not the top one. Alright, this is by far my least favorite part of doing one of these. Alright, I always shoot these things across this room. Huh, that one went on easily. Alright, so now we'll just cinch down the new collar. All right, there we go. With any luck, as far as I can tell, this is the first LV Corsa titanium on a North American Yamaha MT-10. So let's go ahead and do a startup with just the slip-on now. Alright guys, so that's it for the install and unboxing of the LeoVince Corsa Titanium onto a North American MT-10. So like I said, I will probably run this for a week or two just to see how it is. I don't want to be blowing out eardrums, but this is extremely throaty and loud compared to the stock muffler, so I'm excited about that. But I'm going to go take it for a quick test ride, and we'll see how it goes. I'll probably do the full cat delete probably next week or the week after, whenever I get a chance. But let's go take this out for a rip. Alright guys, so I'm going to go ahead and apologize right now for the audio. I don't have my microphone wired up on the inside, but hopefully I won't be going too fast. Alright, so here is the new exhaust. Alright guys, so now I'm curious what you guys think. You think it looks good? You think I should have spent the extra $800 on the SC projects? Or you think I should go ahead and put the rest of the aftermarket exhaust on? It'll definitely save a lot of weight, look a lot cleaner. But here in California, it gets a little sketchy. One last startup.